Hello, Daryl. So my name is Nate Woodbury. My company is called Be the Hero Studios. It's had several names over the last 8 years that we've been in business. We've changed from website design to internet marketing, and then we switched over to video, and now we focus exclusively on YouTube video and creating YouTube channels. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. I've been hiring people in the Philippines the entire time I've had my business, so over 8 years now. And I love hiring people long term. So I'm not looking just to hire somebody for a project, but I'm looking to hire potentially you long term to work with me for years and years to come. In fact, one of my video editors, he's also my webmaster and project manager over the whole web team, but we really, over the last several years, have really phased out our web design service. But he's been with me for 8 years now. Lives pretty close to Manila. So I want to I want to introduce you to myself. That's kind of why I started out this video this way. And normally when I'm looking to hire somebody new in the Philippines, I really, I use the online jobs website and I filter down the list to maybe 30 people and I send a message and reach out. But I just wanted to make an individual video for you because as I look at your profile, I went and reviewed your website. And I see the work that you do, and I think that you might be a perfect fit. So I don't know if you're available. Let me know if you're available. Let me paint the picture of a new position that I'm looking to create in my company. Right now I've got 6 full-time employees. You would be brought on as person number 7. And when I say 6, those are all 6 in the Philippines. So let me shrink down myself to put myself down on the corner. So yeah, obviously that's your profile. Here's an example of what we do. So that's the back of my bald head, and that's my friend Chris Crone. And we've been building this channel called Limitless TV for about 3.5 years. A little bit less than 3.5, but 3 and 4 months, something like that. We're up to 61,000 subscribers now, and it's really been generating a lot of leads for Chris. And I'm actually a partner on this channel, so Chris is part client, part partner on this YouTube channel, and it's doing really, really well. Okay, but I want to contrast that with a brand new channel, and this is Paul Jenkins. He's in this similar situation. He's part client, part partner on this YouTube channel, but we just barely started a couple months ago. He had a YouTube channel previously, but then just 2 or 3 months ago, we started launching 5 videos per week. And since then, it's probably doubled in subscriber size. So we're only at 437 though, and you can see the video that we posted today has only had 14 views. Probably 5 or 6 of those are from our staff here. Yesterday's video had 37, the day before 29, 52. So it's pretty rare that we have a video that exceeds 100. Still looking, haven't seen one. Okay, none of the ones on this page have exceeded 100. And if we keep going back, there's a couple. There's one that exceeded 100. There's one. Okay, so there's a few. There's another one. And I want to use this channel to illustrate, and this is probably the first channel that I'll have you work on. I want to create a system that will help market these videos. Kind of a combination strategy of search engine optimization and influencer marketing. So everything white hat. I don't want to use software. I'm not looking to farm blogs or do link wheels or any of that SEO tactics that I used in the past. But I really want to reach out, build connections with influencers, and get them to share our videos with their audience. Whether it's a social media post and they send it out, or they send out an email, or they post, they actually publish or post, embed is the word I'm looking for. They embed one of these YouTube videos on their blog or something like that as a part of content that they create. And the purpose of that is all of these videos are so valuable that Paul is the star. I'm the guy behind the camera on this channel. And they're so valuable, and there's so many people that would love this content, but we just need to get it in the hands of, or get it in front of those people. And over time, if I followed the same strategy, I believe that this channel will actually get to the point of this channel with 61,000 subscribers. I believe that this channel will get there quicker But that being said, we're coming in at like 3 years and 4 months on this channel. And I don't want to wait 3 years and 4 months. I would love to be able to get to this point in 1 year. And the way that I'm looking to do that is by hiring you. So you're going to be, if we both end up agreeing that this is a great fit for you to work for me and my company, then your position would be, I'd like to call it influencer marketing. It's SEO, but it's beyond SEO, and it's how SEO should be, if that makes sense. And that's not to insult anything that you've done in the past or anything that I've done in the past. We used to do lots of link building and link wheels and blog networks and blog commenting and article writing. We used to do all of that stuff, but that's not what this is about. So one resource that I'll reference you to and have you study, and maybe you're familiar with this guy, Brian Dean. He's recently jumped up in the ranks for being an SEO expert. He's got a strategy that he calls his skyscraper technique, and it's a pretty straightforward, common sense approach. It basically says if you want to rank for a how-to topic, then go and find what the best ranking how-to topic is out there and study it, and then create something better than that. Add to it. You know, make something that's even better than the best thing ranking out there. So that's the first step. Let's see, does he list? Yeah. Find it, make something better. Okay, so those are his first 2 steps. Find something, create something better, and then step 3, reach out to the right people. So the part that you would be helping with is step number 3. We have a strategy of creating content. That's how all of these videos on Limitless TV, all these videos on Live on Purpose TV, we have other channels. We've got a new channel we're launching with the King of Random, by the way. King of Random has 9 million subscribers. Well, that guy, his name's Grant Thompson, and Chris, the guy in this channel, this is Chris, and I, so the 3 of us are starting a new channel. We're filming 40 episodes for it next week in Mexico, but that channel is called Self-Made. The channel is live, but we haven't started posting episodes yet. There's just a few promo videos there. There's another channel for a doctor named Jason West. There's another channel for this is Paul Jenkins, for Marianne DeNovelis. And then there's some other channels that we post just 1 video per week. There's Wileen Benson, there's Eric Bailey, there's Laura Gilson, and there's more channels we're going to be launching. So what I'm building, what Be the Hero is all about, is helping take influencers and help launch them on YouTube and take them to a much bigger platform through the platform of YouTube. And just to give you an example, so this guy Chris, before I started working with him, 3.5 years ago, he was already very successful. He was already very wealthy, making millions of dollars per year income-wise. But because of what I've been able to help him do with YouTube, he's completely changed the direction of the marketing of his company. The majority of his leads and the most revenue now comes through the marketing source of YouTube. And that's what I want to help other people do. I want to take influencers that are good and strong in their message. They're really helping make the world a better place. They're doing good work. Well, I want to help take them, partner them with YouTube, and so we're going to be creating more and more YouTube channels as we go on. The one missing link that we have in my system, I'm very systematized. In fact, I wasn't planning on showing you this, but let me show you. So I have a Google Doc here that it's always a work in progress. Right now it's 23 pages, but it's step by step of what we do from the filming to the topic strategy to going to editor number 1, how that gets passed on to editor number 2 down here, and editor 3, and then when we launch it on YouTube. So I'm very systems oriented, and while I say that up front, the position that I'd be hiring you for, I don't have a system for it yet. I have ideas. I feel that I know what would work. I have a lot of experience in knowing what would work to get the results that I want. But I need somebody who's really ambitious and kind of a go-getter and a figure-outer, somebody who can really figure things out and help me create this system. And if we need to hire, down the road, if we need to hire an additional person or so to build this team to help run the system, right now I'm hoping to have you help me build it and run it at the same time. And so let me see if I can do a little bit better job of painting a picture of exactly what you'd be doing. So going back to this article, reach out to the right people. Let me go down to number 3. All right. Okay, so right here he says, instead of emailing random people, you're reaching out to site owners, and this is used for SEO. This is his skyscraper technique. Remember, he says you're reaching out to site owners that have already linked out to similar content. So when you qualify prospects like this, you know that they run a site in your niche or niche. They're interested in your topic. They've already linked to an article on that topic. So now it's just a matter of giving them a friendly heads up about your clearly superior content. Okay? So in our case, we'd be reaching out to people who have already shared content similar to the videos that we've created. So for example, somebody, with this video, how to help my daughter with depression. There's going to be blogs, there's going to be influencers on social media, there's going to be other YouTubers perhaps, we're just going to find other people who have shared content about, helping teenage girls that have depression. There's going to be other resources and other places and blogs and influencers that share content about emotional trauma. There's going to be other ones that are on parenting, getting your kids to study, getting your kids to sleep, how to balance work and family life. So does that make sense? So there's all these topics, and we're going to use different tools and resources and just research and Googling to find people that are interested in these topics that have already shared other content on this topic and that are likely to want to share our content. So if we find somebody, even if it's just somebody small, when I say small, I mean like, let's say somebody has a 10,000 subscriber email list, and they, something like that. I'm not talking about hundreds of thousands of followers or subscribers, but they've just got to start, and they have an email newsletter, for example, and we show them one of these videos from Paul. Imagine if they send it out to their email list of 10,000, and let's say it has a pretty good open rate. Let's say even just 2,000 people open this email and click on it. How many views? Just having 1,000 views on one of these videos over the course of a couple days from that email send out would make a huge difference. And what percentage of those people would subscribe? Does that make sense? And so we're just going to be going along and doing marketing campaigns to find people that would really resonate well with each of these videos, and first building a relationship with them, getting their attention, getting them to recognize us, seeing if there's any way that we can help and support them, and then getting them to share our video, right? So instead of just spamming them up front and saying, hey, here's a video that you might like and might want to share with your audience, taking some steps ahead of time. That's really what I'd like to do. So I've got, we'll study this a bit more and talk about specifically how this step 3 of this strategy could apply to our situation. I've got a video that my friend Mark Williams made for me 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, and I just saved the video, uploaded it to my own YouTube channel as it's unlisted, it's not viewable to the public. But my friend is a really good, he's really good at SEO. He's made millions of dollars using SEO, and he made a video kind of sharing some ideas for me. Again, this is 2 years ago, but it's another resource that I can have you watch to really get a good idea. And he uses a tool called, or in this video he demonstrates using a tool called BuzzSumo, which I'll show you in a minute. I don't know why I had this tab up, so I can close that one, I guess. So let me just show you what BuzzSumo is. Let me log in. I thought I was already logged in. Okay, there we are. So if I come here, let's just pick a topic from Paul. Let's how to get kids to study. So if I search for content that's most shared, we'll say in the past month, kids who attend early childhood education. So you can see Romper, what to expect, YouTube. That's interesting. I wonder what this video is. Just out of curiosity. Oh, cool. So our Paul Jenkins video, it's only got 80 views, but it's showing up, you know, because I put that search phrase in there. So I'm doing my job on keywords and setting them up from that SEO standpoint. Anyway, let's say we find something in here that is really relevant. Then we can come here and we'll just pick this top article, view sharers. And we can find the different people or websites or blogs that shared that specific piece of content that's on the similar topic. And then we can reach out to them and build relationships with them. We can follow them on Twitter. We could connect with them on LinkedIn, or we can find out their email address and send them an email and build that relationship and engage them and get them to share that video with their audience. Another tool that I thought of, Quora, is a place where people are really showcasing their experience and their expertise, and oftentimes I've seen them share content. They might say, I don't know, what was the topic we picked? Get kids to study. So what if I come here, how to get kids to study? How do kids get homework? I don't know. Okay, so I look down this list. I like this one here. How do I motivate my teenage son to study? And it looks like there's 53 answers. So if I click on that question, and down here, here's 53 answers. Sorry for the image there. I can find the Nico. So this person in Switzerland gets a lot of answers anyway. We might build a connection with Nico and say, hey, I noticed that you wrote an article on such and such. I found a video that might be helpful that you might reference in one of your answers. I don't know. That makes sense. So Quora is a place where we might find people who are answering questions and sharing content, and might find our videos helpful in answering their questions and stuff like that. So before I make this video any longer, I've been talking for over 18 minutes now. I want to know your interest level, and let me explain how I would like you to apply. If you're interested in this position, then could you do the similar thing to what I'm doing here for you? I've made you a video. I've used my computer. You could use whatever. If you have a webcam, or if you just have your mobile phone, just take a selfie video and talk to me. And what I want you to talk about is your experience, but more importantly, how your experience will make you a great fit for this position. If you can also share some of your ideas, and if you want to, research a couple of things that I showed you, you could just Google skyscraper technique by Backlinko. You can kind of study that. You can look into the tool BuzzSumo. The video, if you want to find this video, it's not public, but if you go to that link right there, so the short link to YouTube /X capital L S capital Y U capital C capital J K capital K capital M capital U, you can watch that video as well. So when you're making your video response to me, I want you to talk about these things and show that you understand what I'm looking for. And if you have any additional ideas based on your experience of how, here's the end goal. The end goal is I want people to share these videos with their audience so that we get more views and more subscribers. I want the content that we create on all of our mini channels. We're going to start with this one because it's such a perfect, the reason I say this is a perfect channel to start with is because the content is really, really good. It's really, really helpful, and yet it's just getting a puny amount of views. So we're going to start with this channel, and now I lost where I was going with that. Maybe I'll hit pause and regather my thoughts. I think I got my thoughts back. So let's talk about the end goal. The end goal is we want content like this to be shared to other people, to get in front of more eyes. And so, I mean, if I were to this, I don't think this is the most effective. That's why I haven't done this. But I know it would work. If I went door to door to the houses in my neighborhood and I just knocked on the door and I held up my phone or my laptop or something and said, "This video is amazing. You should watch it and you should subscribe to the channel." And maybe I hand them a piece of paper with the link on it, or maybe I take a QR code with me. I'm just thinking strangely, but if I have a QR code, hey, scan this with your phone, and then it will bring up the video on their phone so they can hit the subscribe button. If I went around and just manually asked people to watch videos and to subscribe, and let's say on day one, I just walked around and encouraged people to watch this video. How many views could I get in 8 hours if I just spent 8 hours walking around, talking to people, knocking on their doors, talking to people outside? Could I get 100 people? Maybe. Could I get 50? I don't know, but I know I could get some. And then if the next day I focused on the next video, the next day I focused on this. So I know that if I were just actively working, whether it's emailing or commenting on social media, I know I can get people to watch videos. And I know every so often those people that I run into have audiences that they would then also share this video with. And so sometimes instead of just getting 50 views in a day, I might get 1,000 views from that day's effort. That's the results that I want to see. I just want to track it really simple and say, okay, we're marketing this video, how to recover from emotional trauma. And we started it, and then all of a sudden we see that we got an additional 100 views, and we know, these two people actually shared it with their list. And, this person had a small list, this person had a small list, but we shared them, and we got an additional 100 views from it. I want to see a real easy to track results from our efforts, and over time just refine our system, and over time we'll also build more and more relationships with influencers so that when we have a good piece of content, we can just say, hey, here's another one that your audience might like, and they'll just share it. And we'll be able to let them know that we represent multiple channels and whatnot. So back to how to apply. Make a video for me, either upload it to YouTube, or I can give you a Dropbox link to upload it to. Let me know if you need that, and just email me back so I can watch the video, your application video, and we'll go for there. I'm looking to have you start as soon as you're available, and I'm looking at starting you at 22,000 Filipino pesos per month. That's for 160 hours of work. That's 8 hours a day. You'll control your schedule. You'll just work on weekdays, 8 hours a day, and we'll start at 22,000 for the first month, and then we'll bump you up to 24 the next month, up to 26, 28, and 30 in the following months. So eventually I want to be paying you 30,000 Filipino pesos a month. Let me know if that is acceptable, and anything else that you'd like to share in that video, and I look forward to hearing back from you.